Welcome back, Buccaneers fans, to another episode of Here the Cannons, presented by BucsGameday.com. The Buccaneers took on the 2-9 New Orleans Saints, who are now 3-9 after Tampa Bay dropped a real tough one, 24-20 at home, rainy, wet conditions. You are just coming out of the press conference, talking with players as well as Todd Bowles. What are you hearing from them, River? And what are your thoughts on this unfortunate, embarrassing loss?
Well, it's raining, so I'm gonna try and get out of the rain here if possible. Um, but no, yeah, not good. Nothing is good. Um, I think we're probably good right now. It's letting up. The football team is not very good. The offense, defense, and special teams did not execute the way they were supposed to today. Offense really struggled, especially on fourth down. 2 for 7 on fourth down. They went for it 7 times. Defense gave up 24 points to the Saints. Saints have scored over 20 points in 3 of their games this year, one of which was today. So that's an offense that has no right to do that. And quite frankly, the Buccaneers defense letting them do that shows just how poor of a game that they played. Wet weather, but everyone had to play in wet weather. Special teams gave up a pretty huge return to start the game off, and the Saints scored one of their 2 opening drive touchdowns all year. Really poor effort by the Bucs on all sides of the ball. Not really much more to say about it, to be honest with you. You just gotta kind of wrap it up and hope that you're feeling a little bit better for Thursday, because you want to put this one behind you as soon as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned 2 of 7 on fourth down. A lot of those at 4th and 1, which is very brutal. Not being able to get that 1 yard, reminiscent of the Saints earlier in the season when you couldn't punch it in from the 1 yard line to score a touchdown. And
Yeah.
even looking further there, 3 of 13 on third down for Tampa Bay. Just not good offensively as a whole. Baker Mayfield did not play well. The one positive you can take away there on the opposite side of the ball, obviously, is the running game. Both Bucky Irving and Rashad White over 50 yards. Sean Tucker scoring your lone touchdown on the day
Yeah.
in the running game. Wide receivers really, really bad today. Drops by Cameron Johnson. Really big one from Emeka Egbuka there to tie the game up late. Chris Godwin also with a drop there on the sidelines. That would have been a third down conversion. Just really, really, really
I believe a
poor
fourth down
overall.
conversion.
Yeah, fourth down conversion,
Yeah.
excuse me.
Yeah.
So, just brutal day for the offense as a whole, and the defense wasn't much better. The same things that Todd Bowles say that they need to fix are continuously a problem for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, letting up big plays. The middle of the defense is wide open every single time. You allow Tyler Shuck to have a efficient day, not a big day by any means, but an efficient day. It just was not a good game at all for Tampa Bay. From top to bottom, obviously the real strong point there on the defense is the defensive line. And then also talk on some of these injuries. Ben Bredesen going down with a knee injury. Hassan Reddick went down for a period of time, as did Tyke Smith, but both were able to re-enter the game. Bucky Irving limping off a little bit with some little ankle injury that he had early on, but was
Yeah.
able to get back into the game as well. The Buccaneers have a whole left side of their offensive line that's pretty much missing now. Hopefully Tristan Wirfs is able to get back here for Thursday night, but if not, they're going to be running with Chukwuma, excuse me, as well as Michael Jordan there on the left side.
Yeah, brutal break for the Bucs injury wise, but that's not new, right? I think it's pretty brutal, particularly when it comes to these injuries, because what ends up happening is that just when you think you might be finding a rhythm, some of these injuries can really put a damper on that. And unfortunately for the Bucs, they're not playing good football even with the injuries in question. So all it does is serve to hurt them in the way they can call play. It's in the playbook on both sides of the ball, defense and offense. Um, did have some defensive injuries, but got a few back. But man, Ben Bredesen being out, if it's a long-term injury, we don't know yet. But he got kind of folded up on his knee there, was ruled out pretty shortly after. So we'll get a good idea about what's going on there tomorrow on Monday. But until then, really brutal break, and the Bucs just haven't been playing good football for a long time,
Mhm.
and this doesn't help with these type of injuries. So it's really going to hurt down the line, and we'll see if they can get it together for Thursday.
Yeah, absolutely. And you had mentioned it on the show this past Wednesday that this is not a good Buccaneers football team by any
No,
means.
no, it's not.
And they showed it today. They showed why they are not a good football team. You lose to one of the worst teams in the league, and now the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are tied with the Carolina Panthers for first in the NFC South. And the odds of them making the playoffs. River's getting a little wet over there. It just started downpouring here in Raymond James, but yeah, tied with the Carolina Panthers atop of the NFC South. Playoff odds not looking all that great right now, but we'll be able to talk more to that once we are with you guys on Wednesday. Once we have Hear the Cannons live for you. Any parting thoughts here, River, before we go ahead and shut this thing down? Not much to talk about.
Yeah, they got a pretty short week going on here, so they got to regroup, get together. Baker Mayfield said we should be disappointed, and we'll take it out on Thursday. Falcons, big game. Got to make sure the Panthers can't sneak up on you. Already not looking good right now.
Yep, absolutely. Time to turn the tides, if you will, here in Tampa Bay. Big one up against the Falcons would be a big divisional win, and then you got to start paying attention to, Miami and then the Carolina Panthers, and that is not going to be any easy task, as we know. With that being said, guys, thank you for tuning in. We're going to take this one on the chin, and then we're going to keep moving from there, and hopefully they're able to turn it around.
Fire the cannons.